Good morning, students. So in the last class, we have started geometry and mensuration. So in today's session, we will first complete the two more topics which has to be completed in this quantitative abilities, namely data interpretation and Venn diagrams. Venn diagrams, it's not very lengthy, but data interpretation, we have totally 5 different types of representation, and from that 5 types at least we have to solve one problem, so that you will get the idea to solve in the examination. Okay, so first we will finish this data interpretation and Venn diagram. Venn diagram, we have only 3 problems in it. So once we finish these 3 problems and data interpretation, we will come back to again the same geometry and mensuration. Okay, good. So coming to the data interpretation, data interpretation means representation of large volume of data. Representation of large volume of data in a very shortest understandable format, isn't it? Representing large volume of data in the shortest as well as understandable format. Okay, so this shortest representation will help to analyze certain things which is available in the data. So there are different ways of data interpretation. So in that the first one is tabular format, and second one is graphical representation, and the third is bar chart, and fourth is pie chart, and the fifth, we have a new type of representation called as caselets. Okay, it's called as caselets. So tabular format you all would have seen, graphical, bar chart, pie chart, these things and all you all would have seen in your school or college days itself. And this caselets, it's something new format. So caselet means, as the name says, they will give you a case study. They will give you a case study, and in that, in between there will be some data given. So you have to read the case, understand it, and analyze the situations, and you have to answer the questions based on it. Okay, so that is called as caselets, and this type of questions also has been asked in UPSC. But the only thing is, so here under every question I have some 5 or 4 or 5 questions, but as far as the UPSC is concerned, they will not go for 5 questions, maximum of 3 questions. Sometimes 2 questions they will ask under the representation, and sometimes 3 questions, but very rarely they will go for 4 or 5 questions. Okay, but still I have given some 4 or 5 questions under every types of representation, just for your practice. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one. So I'll display the question. So I'll give you time. So you all please solve it and send the answers send the answers for all the 5 problems together. Okay, once you send the answer, I will solve it here. Okay, good. So all of you please solve the problem. So this is a tabular format representation of the data, and as far as tabular format is concerned, see on the right hand side I have written total, right, as well as in the bottom also I have written total. So these 2 things will not be given in the question. In your examination, the total will not be given. You have to find out that. So whenever you are given a tabular format representation of the data interpretation, you just do this sum. Find the values in the row wise as well as in the column wise, so that because at least one question will be asked based on that total. Okay, that is why. So please solve it. So the same thing, this is the number for the doubt clarification today. So read the questions very carefully. Got the answer, children? Shiv Prasant, Nitin, got the answer? Tejashwini? Good, Shiv Prasant. Okay, so we'll solve the problem, children. Okay, very good, Tejaswini. Good, mom. Very good. Okay, good, children. So all of you please listen. So it is given that the total number of employees working in various departments in this Hula Mula International, and the departments are production, marketing, corporate, accounts, research, and and at the end, as I told you, you have to find the total number of people working in every department in every year as well as in every department. Okay, so I mean row wise as well as column wise. So this will not be given in your examination directly. Okay, you have to identify, you have to find out this. Okay, you have to find out this. Now, so listen. First question is, in which year did the total number of employees reach approximately twice the total number of employees that the factory had in the year 1999? Okay, so you are asked to find the year in which the total number of employees becomes double than that of the year 1999. So in 1999 there are 345 employees, isn't it? 1999 there are 345 employees, and if you double that it will be 690. So it should be closer to 690. So if you see the next year in 2000 it is only 442, but in the next year you have 708. The 708 is somewhere closer to 690. So the year is 2001. Okay, so the answer is B. Clear, children? The answer is B. Is there any doubt in it, every one of you? Okay, because it is 345 and twice of 345 or else 2 times of 345 is 690. Your answer should be closer to 690. So we have the 708 which is closer to 690. Understood, children? Okay, good. Now the next question. In which department did the number of employees approximately remain the same during the year 1999 and 2004? I mean starting from 1999 till 2004, you are asked to find the department in which the number of employees remains the same almost. So if you look into this production, there are differences, 150, 225, 450, there are variations. In marketing also again 25, 40, 65, 73, 80, 75, but it is somewhere closer. But anyhow we will check the other departments also. In corporate again 50, 45, 30, here also that it is somewhere closer. In accounts it is not so, 45, 62, 90, and you have 105, 132 and 130. But in research if you see it is 75, 70, 73, 70, 74, 75. So it means it varies from 70 to 75 only. So it means it is very closer, isn't it? So the answer is research. Understood, children? Okay, the answer is research. And coming to the third question, in how many years was the number of employees working in the production department was more than 50% of the total number of employees? Production more than the 50%. So now we will find 50% of this 345, it is 172.5, and 50% of 442, it is 221, and 50% of 708, it is 350 and 354, and 750, it is 350, no 375, 821, it is 410.5, next 821, 410.5. Now the question is, in how many years was the number of employees working in the production is greater than 50% of the total number of employees? So we'll take it like this, production should be greater. So here it is not greater because 150 is not greater than 172.5, but here 225 is greater, 450 is greater, 470 is greater, 500 is greater, 505 is also greater. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in 5 years, the number of employees in the production department is more than 50% of the total number of employees. Clear, children? Understood, right? So this is how you have to solve the problems of this type. And next question, in which year did every department have a larger number of employees than it had in the immediately preceding year? Okay, in which year did every department have a larger number of employees than it had in the previous year? So this like data interpretation questions will not be much difficult to solve. So these are the areas where you can score good mark, I mean full mark, and that will boost up your the total count there. Okay. So here, in which year did every department have a larger number of employees than it had in the immediately preceding year? Okay. So it means I mean this year the total number of employees should be greater than the previous year. So if you see from 150 to 225, it has increased, and 25 to 40 it has increased, but 50 to 45 it has decreased. Okay, it has to be increased, so this is not possible. Next, 225 to 450 it has increased, 40 to 65 also increased, 45 to 30 it has decreased. Okay, but it has to be increased. Next, 450 to 470 it has increased, 65 to 73 it has increased, 30 to 32 it has increased, 90 to 105 it has increased, but 73 to 70 it has decreased. Okay. And next, 470 to 500 it has increased, 73 to 80 it has increased, 32 to 35 it has increased, 105 to 135 32 it is increased, 70 to 74 also increased. So in all the places it has increased. Okay. So it means in the year 2003, okay, in the year 2003 all the departments, the employees have been increased than the preceding year. Clear, students? Okay. And the final question, which department had less than 10% of the employees through all the years shown in the table? So 10% of the employees means 10% of this 3345 is 34.5, and this will be 44.2, and this will be 70.8, and this is 75, and this is 82.1, and that is also 82.1. Now check, here it is 34.5 means lesser, it will be, I think it will be in marketing, because this is 25 is less than 34.5, 40 is less than 44.2, 65 is less than 70.8, 73 is less than 75, 80 is less than 82.1, and 75 is also less than 82.1. Okay. So in marketing, all the employees are 10% less than 10% of the total number of employees. Understood, children? Is it clear now, every one of you? So the answer is, first option is B, second option is C, third option is D, fourth option also D, fifth option A. B, C, D, D, A. Clear, children? So this is how we have to solve the tabular format questions. Is it clear? Understood? Shall we move further? So please solve this problem. This is also a kind of tabular format questions. Okay, so all of you please solve this. This will be little bit analytical. So please solve the problem, children. The professor keeps data on students tabulated by performance and the 6 of the students. The data is kept on a computer disk, but unfortunately some of it is lost because of a virus. Only the following could be recovered. Panic buttons were pressed but to no avail. An expert committee was formed which decided that the following facts were self-evident. Half the students were either excellent or good. 40% of the students were females. 1/3 of the male students were average. So using this data, try to fill this box. So once you fill it, you can able to get the answers. Okay, so please solve this problem, children. Good, Sai. So once if you fill these boxes, definitely you can able to answer the questions easily. Sorry, you please check the second question. Okay, shall we solve the problem? Okay, children, so all of you please listen, we'll solve it. So here it is given the performance, namely average and good and excellent, and the total is given. So first it is given that half the students were either excellent or good. So we know the total number of students who are good, but we don't know the number of students who are excellent, so we can't do anything with this right now. So we'll come back to that little later. Next, 40% of the students were females. Okay, so we know the total number of students, it is total number of females, it is 32. So from that we can find, see, 40% of the students is equal to females, which are 32. From this you can find the total number of students. It is 32 into 100 divided by 40 will give you 80. So the total number of students is 80. So out of that 80, if 32 are females, so the remaining 48 will be males. Am I right? Okay, the remaining 48 will be male. And next it is given 1/3 of the male students were average. So what is 1/3 of male? So 1/3 of male are 48. So 1/3 of 48 is 16. So definitely the total number of average students are 16. So if this is 16 and this is 30, so totally 46. One-third of male students are average. Sorry, just a minute, I made a mistake. 1/3 of male students average means, so this is 16. Okay, 1/3 of male students are 16. So 16 plus, very good Tejaswini, good mom. So 16 and here you have 10. So 16 plus 10 is 26, and if this value is 22, only then the total will become 48. 22 only, right? Yes, 16 plus 10 is for 26, 26 plus 22 is 48. Okay, so if this is 22 and here we have 30, right? So it means here you should have 8, only then the total number of good students will become 30. Okay, understood? And next, the previous statement which we left, see, of the students were either excellent or good. Okay, half of the students are either excellent or good. It means that half of the 80, which is 40, so 40 students are excellent as well as good. So already you know good student 30, the remaining 10 students will be excellent. Okay, the remaining 10 students will be excellent. Understood? So already male students are 10 excellent male students are there, so definitely this will be 0. Okay, and here you have 8 and here you have 0, so it means here it should be 24. So only then here you will get 40. Understood, children? Okay, so now we have filled the boxes. So now we can move on to the question, how many students are both female and excellent? So female and excellent, it is 0. Okay, both female and excellent, it is 0. And what proportion of good students are male? So good students are 30 and out of that male are 22. So 22 by 30, you can write this as 0.73. Okay, it is 0.73 because it is what proportion of good students are male. Good students are 30, out of that 22 are male. And next, what proportion of female students are good? What proportion of female students are good? So we know the female students are 32 here, and in that good students are 8. So 8 by 32 is nothing but 0.25. Okay, 0.25. And next, how many students are both male and good? So male as well as good, it is 22. So you can mark it directly. And next, among the average students, what is the ratio of male to female? Among the average students, what is the ratio of male to female? So among the average, male is 16 and female is 24. So 16 is to 24. So you can write it as 2 is to 3 because this is divisible by 8. So your answer will be D. Understood, students? So the answers are A, B, C, C, D. Okay, very good Tejaswini, good mom. Okay, others understood, right? Sai, you are clear? Every one of you are very clear, right, children? You taken right, children? Good. So now we'll move on to the next problem. It's a very simple question from the bar chart. So please solve this problem, children. So this bar chart problems also will be very easy comparatively. So here only the case-led problems. I told you, right, it is a new type of representations. So this type of questions is asked in almost all the competitive examinations nowadays. In our CSAT, they have started asking because these case-led problems will also test your comprehension skills, how capable you are in comprehending in a paragraph, analyzing a paragraph, inferring the given information in the paragraph. So that is why they have started giving this type of questions. Okay, good. So please solve this. So the following chart represents the number of students of AMS carrier at its Lucknow center who passed the CAT exam or the ZAT or the SET examination. Okay, simple. Abhishek, see, last one you understood, right? The number of the question was, see, among the average students, what is the ratio of male to female? So the male students were 16 and the male students were 16 and these were 24, isn't it? So 16 is to 24. So 16 can be written as 2 into 8, 24 can be written as 3 into 8. So 8 and 8 get cancelled, you will get the answer 24. Understood, Abhishek? This is how we got that 2 is to 3. Clear? So please solve this problem, children, and not to solve the data interpretation problems, especially percentages is very important. You have to be good in a percentages chapter. So please solve this. So they have given about the 3 examinations, namely CAT, ZAT and SIT, and at the last top will be none. Got the answer, children? So shall we solve it? So please listen, it is given what was the percentage of students who cleared CAT in 2000. So here in this question they have given about the number of students who have cleared the CAT exam, ZAT exam and SET exam as well as none of this. Okay, they have given it in a bar chart. Good Tejaswini, very good Manasa, good mom. So listen, okay, so you are asked to find the percentage of students who cleared CAT in 2000 and as well as they are given the data about 3 years for 2000, 2001 and 2002 they have given. So the first question is what was the percentage of students who cleared CAT in 2000? So in 2000, if you take the total number of students who have written the examination in 2000, the number of students who wrote the examination, it is 170 almost, and in that the CAT examination, just I am taking the calculator, yeah. So the CAT examination, it is approximately 20. Okay, so 20 divided by 170, it will be 11.76 into 100 you have to do, of course. So you will get 11.76 percentage. So the answer is D. Okay, understood? So 11.76 percentage. Clear, children? So the total number of students who wrote the examination is 170 in the year 2000 and those who cleared CAT is only 20. Understood? And coming to this next question, what was the percentage of students who succeeded in at least one of the 3 exams in 2000? At least in one of the 3 exams means the students who cleared the 3 exams, it is 140. No, it is 140 students have cleared the exam out of 170 students, isn't it? Okay, because 170 students have written the examination and 140 have cleared the 3 exams. Okay, ZAT, CAT and SET into 100. It is 140 divided by 170. You will get 82.35. Okay, 82.35. And the third question, in which year showed the best result in MBA entrance exam for the institute in terms of the percentage of students who cleared? So in 2000 already we have found the percentage of students who cleared is 82.35. In 2001 similarly we will find. In 2001 if you take this, 180 students have appeared for the exam and out of that so we'll take 150 approximately. So 150 students out of 180. So 150 out of 180, it will be 83.33. And 2002, it is 200 students. So 200 students, out of that 160 students have cleared into 100 will give you 80%. Okay. So in 2000 the percentage of success is was 82.35 and in 2001 it was 83.33 and in 2002 it was only 80%. So the better performance was happened in 2001. So the answer is 2001. Understood? And next, what is the percentage increase in the number of students in 2002 over 2000? What is the percentage increase in the number of students in 2002 over 2000? So in 2002 the number of students were, I'll solve it here. In 2002 the number of students were 200 and in 2000 it was only 170. So from 170 it has increased to 2000. Just find the percentage increase. Okay, find the percentage increase. So find the difference. The difference is 30. That should be divided by the number which is existing at the beginning of the arc into 100. So you will get 30 divided by 170. It is 17.64. Okay, we have the option B, 17.64. Understood, children? So the options are D, C, B, B. Okay, understood? Every one of you very clear, right, children? Abhishek, understood, right? So please take down this. Okay, Tejaswini, I think you made a mistake in the DCB, yeah, third question. Maybe in taking the total values you would have made some mistake, I think. Okay, every one of you are very clear, right, children? Shall we move on to the next problem? Good. So the next problem we'll do it in the pie chart. So please solve this, children. So here this is a question from pie chart. Okay. Good. So listen, children. So this is a question from pie chart, right? See, whenever you are given a question from pie chart, you have to check. See, if it is given in terms of percentages, in this question it is given in percentages, right? So if it is given in percentages, you have to check whether the sum of all the values given is 100. Okay, the sum of all the values given is 100. Understood? If it is given in terms of percentages, and sometimes they will give in terms of angles, degrees. Okay, so if it is given in terms of degrees, check that whether the sum of all the values are 360. Okay, because you know the total internal angle of a circle is 360 degrees. Okay, good. So all of you please solve this problem. So here you will get 100 only. 34 plus 11 is 45. 45 plus 33 is 78. 78 plus 16 is 94. 94 plus 4 is 98. 98 plus 2 is 100. Yeah. So you are getting 100. So please solve this. So in this type of problems, rather than going for the exact values, just go with the approximations so that you can get the answers easily. I'll do the first problem alone for you all, the remaining you will do it now. So it is given the sum of the values are 100 we have got, and if the investment by NRIs are 4,000 crore, then the investment by corporate houses and FII together. Okay. So what is the investment by NRI? 11%. See, 11% of the investment, that is equal to 4,000 crore. Okay. And you are asked to find the investment by corporate houses and FII. Corporate houses is 34, FII is 33, so it is 66%. So you have to find 66% of the investment. So to find out that, the students used to write like this: the investment is equal to 40,000 into 4,000 into 100 divided by 11. They will get some value, and then they will find a 66% of investment by multiplying this value with 66 by 100. Okay. So you should not do like this. If you are doing like this, it will be a time consuming one. Okay. So instead of that, the shortest way is, you know that 11% of investment is equal to 4,000. So we are asked to find the 66% of 67% of investment, isn't it? So if you multiply this 11 with 6 point somewhere, you will get 67, right? It is 6 times and add additional value. So here also you just multiply with the 6, so your answer will be little greater than 24,000. So 6 into 4,000 is 24. Getting my point? Okay. So here you know that if you multiply 11 with 6, you will get 66, but here you have 67 only, but 66% of the investment will be 6 times of this 4,000, it is 24. So it means it is little greater than 24,000. So your answer is 24,363. Okay, so this is how you have to go for the approximations. Understood? Good. So please solve the remaining problems, children. So what percentage of the total investment is coming from either FII or NRI? It's very simple. NRI is 11, FI is 33, add it, you will get 44. Okay, good Tejaswini, very good mom. And next, if the total investment other than by FII and corporate houses is 335,000 crore. Total investment by other than by FII and corporate houses. You know FII is 33, corporate houses is 34. So out of 100, 67 is over, the remaining 33%. So 33% of investment is 335,000 crore. Okay, 335,000 crore. Then you are asked to find the investment by NRI and offshore funds. So what is NRI and offshore funds? NRI is 11, offshore fund is 16. So you are asked to find 27%, because 11 plus 16 is 27% of the investment. Okay. To get the 27% of investment, again you can go for approximation. So here you have 33, here also you have 33. So if you have 27 here, here also the answer will start with the 27. Just check with the options. You have 27 for 100. Okay, 27 for 100. So this will be the answer. Understood, children? Is it clear, every one of you? So just an approximation will help you out in solving this type of problems. And what is the approximate ratio of investment flows into India bonds from NRIs to corporate houses? Okay, what is the approximate ratio of investment flows into India bonds from NRIs to corporate house? NRI is 11% and corporate houses is 34. So 11 is to 34 and 11 is to, this 34 can be written as 11 into 3, approximately I am going. So that's why here also they have given the word approximately. So 11 and 11 get cancelled, so you will get the answer 1:3. 1:3. Understood? Okay. And next, in the last question, in the corporate sector, approximately how many degrees should be there in the central angle? In the corporate sector, approximately how many degrees? So you have to convert this percentage into angles. How will you convert? Corporate sector is 34 degrees, right? So it is 34 degree out of 100, isn't it? Just multiply this with 360, because you know 360 will be the total internal angle of a circle. So you will get the answer 34 into 360 divided by 100. You will get 122.4. So approximately it is 122. Understood, students? So the options are B, C, A, B, C. Okay, very good, children. Good, Tejaswini. Very good, mom. Okay, others, every one of you understood, right? Abhishek, Shiv Prasad, Sai, Nathan. Okay, clear, right, children? Okay, taken, right, children? Shall we move on to the next problem? This is over, this is also over, this is also over, this is also over. And we have this. Yep. Now, for the graphical representation, okay, so we have solved tabular format, bar chart we have completed, and pie chart also we have completed. 3 different types are over, and for the graphical representation, just I have mixed the question, because in the graph they will ask, they will mix it with the pie chart also. Okay, that's why I have taken directly that type of question. So here it is a graphical question along with the pie chart. Okay, so here it is given all points of all points obtained by the companies for different television, Sony, Philips, LG, Thomson, Akai and BPL is given, and for every TV this is common. Okay, for every TV, namely for Sony, Philips, because the TVs will have different features like channels, flat screen, color brightness, durability, VCD or LCD, DVD, sound system and child lock. Okay, so this is very common for all the TVs. Okay, you have to make use of the different instructions given and get the answer. So please solve this problem, children. Okay, got the answer, children? So if you want, I will do the first problem for you. So it is given the points obtained by Thomson for durability is equal to which of the following? First of all, you have to find the points obtained by Thomson for durability. So the Thomson is 625 and for durability it is 15%. So you have to find 15% of 625. So 625 into 15 divided by 100. So it will be 625 into 15 divided by 100, 93.75. Okay. So for 4 options you have to find one by one. So for whichever you are getting this 93.75, that will be the answer. So for LG sound system, LG is 640 and sound system is 10%. So 10% of 640 is not 93.75, it is 64. So this cannot be the answer. Next is Akai color brightness. Akai it is 620, color brightness is 18%. So 18% of 620 will be 620 into 18, it is 111.60, which is not equal to 93.75. So that is also not the answer. Next is BPL flat screen. So BPL is 600 and a flat screen is 16%. So that will be 96. So 600 into 16% will be 96. And finally Thomson channels. So Thomson is 625 and channels is 15%. So definitely it will be 93.75. So the answer is Thomson channels. Understood? So this is how you have to solve this problem. So they will mix, but at times, okay, they will mix the graphical representation with the pie chart. Okay. So what is the answer, children? The second question, what is the total number of points earned by all the TVs for channels? So the total number of points is 3818 if you add all these numbers. Okay, you are getting 3818. And for channels, so channels is 15%. So 3818 into 15%. So 15 divided by 100. So 3818 into 15%, 572.7. 572.7 we have here. Okay. Understood, students? Okay. And next, what is the average points per color television earned for child lock? So 3818 into child lock is 12% divided by 6, because totally 6 televisions are there. So we are asked to find the average only. So now we can find it. So it is 3818 into 2 divided by 100, 76.36. Okay. So this will be the average points for color television yield for child lock. Okay. Buffering. 1 second. Buffer avudamma. Yes, Abhishek, just they are rectifying. Abhishek, is it okay now? Students, others? Sorry, is it okay now? They have rectified it. Okay, Abhishek. Thank you, Abhishek. Okay, so I'll redo this problem. So you're asked to find the average points per color television earned for child lock. So child lock is 38, total is 13818, and we are asked to find the average only, right? So we'll divide this by 6. Okay, into the child lock is 12%. So 12 divided by 100. Okay. So what you will get is, if you are cancelling this 6 and 12, you will get 2. So it means you are going to find 2% of 3818. So 3818 into 2% will be, you will get 76.36. Okay, 76.36. Understood? Clear, children? And the next question is, the sound system of LG is approximately what percentage of the flat screen of Sony? Okay, the sound system of LG is approximately what percentage of Sony? Okay, good, Tejaswini, very good, mom. So you're asked to find the sound system of Sony is approximately what percentage of the flat screen of Sony. So here you have to find a flat screen of Sony, and here sound system of LG. Okay. So first we'll find the sound system of LG. So LG is 640 into sound system is 10%, which is 64. So sound system of LG, it is 64, and flat screen of Sony. Okay, so flat screen of Sony. Next is flat screen of Sony we have to find. So Sony is 683. In that flat screen is 16%, 16 by 100. So 683 into 16 by 100, it is 109.28. 109.28. Okay. So now the question is, the sound system of LG is approximately what percentage of the flat screen of Sony? So you have to divide this 64 by 109.28 into 100. So 64 divided by 109.28. Okay, so you are getting 58.5, which is rounded to 59. Okay, you can round it to 59. Understood? And coming to the last question, the points earned by Philips for VCD or DVD is what percentage more or less than the points earned by BPL for color brightness? So the points earned by Philips for VCD or DVD is what percentage? So here it is Philips and here it is BPL. Okay, you have to find both the things. So first we will find BPL for color brightness. So BPL is 600 and for color brightness it is 18%. So 600 into 18%, 600 into 18 by 100. So it will be 600 into 18 will be 108. Okay, it will be 108. And what about Philips? Next is Philips for DVD or VCD. Okay, Philips for DVD or VCD. So Philips it is 650 into DVD or VCD it is 14%. So 650 into 14% will give you 14 by 100 will give you 91. Now the question asked is the points earned by Philips for VCD or DVD is what percentage more or less than the points earned by BPL for color brightness. So from BPL we have to come to Philips. This is the question asked. So just find the percentage increase. Okay, I mean for percentage decrease, sorry, from 108 it is coming to 91 only. So you have to find the percentage decrease. So the difference is 17 divided by the number existing at the beginning of the arc into 100 will give you 1700 divided by 108 will give you 15.74. So but it is less, right? So you have to be very careful. So it is 15.74 less. Okay, understood children? Every one of you are very clear, right? Okay, very good Tejaswini, good mom. So all of you please take down this, children. Okay children, so now I will display the question. So I think almost we have completed all the topic except the caselet. I have to now also Manasa. I'll give you a few minutes. All of you please read the questions, read the situation clearly, because here the problem is based on the situational analysis. So It is like a paragraph, right? A story is given in a paragraph. So you have to understand the paragraph. Karuna sold 10 acres of land to Kaku and Chikku, who paid him the total amount in the ratio 2:3. Kaku invested a further 3 lakh rupees in the land for the purpose of planting coconut and lemon trees in the ratio 4:1. These trees were planted on equal areas of land. There were a total of 200 lemon trees. The sale price of one coconut was rupees 10 in 2033. The crop took 7 years to mature, and when the crop was reaped in 2033, the total revenue generated was 50% of the total initial amount put in by Kaku and Chikku together. The revenue generated from the coconut and lemon trees was in the ratio 5:4, and it was shared equally by Kaku and Chikku as the initial amount spent by them were equal. Okay, so listen children, I will solve the problem. So first it is given Karuna sold 10 acres of land to Kaku and Chikku, totally 10 acres, who paid him the total in the ratio 2:3. So here we have Kaku and here you have Chikku. Their investment ratio is 2:3. Okay, and next Kaku invested a further 3 lakh rupees. So he is investing another 3 lakh rupees for the purpose of planting coconut and lemon trees in the ratio 4:1. So now we will find the trees ratio. It is what they are doing. They are planting. Just a minute, I will write it here. So investment, I will write it here. Kaku and Chikku 2:3, and Kaku has invested 3 lakh rupees additionally. And now they are planting coconut and lemon trees. And the trees ratio are, see, 4:1. And these trees were planted on equal areas of land. So it means 5 acres, and here this is 5 acres. Okay, and there were total of 200 lemon trees. If this is 200, see, one part is 200, means 4 part will be 800. So this is the number of trees. Okay, and next, the sale price of one coconut was rupees 10 in 2033. We will come back to that little later. The crop took 7 years to mature, and when the crop was reaped in 2033, the total revenue generated was 50% of the initial amount put in by Kaku and Chikku together. Okay, so that also we will come back to that little later. And the revenue generated from coconut and lemon trees was in the ratio 5:4. So revenue ratio it is 5:4, and it was shared equally by Kaku and Chikku as the initial amount spent by them were equal. Okay, so it means the initial amount spent by them were equal. Okay, so here if you see the difference between these two, it is 1 part. This 1 part is nothing but this 3 lakh rupees. Okay, why Kaku is investing 3 lakh rupees additionally? Because while buying the land, he has invested only 2 part. Chikku only has invested 3 part. So that is why, in order to make it equal, because the amount spent by them were equal, right? So in order to make it equal, he is spending this 3 lakh. So 1 part is equal to 3 lakh. So 3 part will be 9 lakh rupees, 900,000. So it means Kaku has spent 9 lakh and Chikku has also spent 9 lakh. So totally 18 lakh rupees they have spent. Understood? Totally 18 lakh rupees they have spent. Now coming to the revenue ratio, you have 5:4, and here it is given, see, the total revenue generated was 50% of the initial amount. What is 50% of 18,000? It is 9 lakh rupees. So that is the revenue which they are getting. I mean the money which they are getting after selling these coconuts and lemons. Okay. So if you split this 9 lakh in the ratio of 5:4, so through coconut they will be getting 5 lakh rupees and through lemon they will be getting 4 lakh rupees. Isn't it? Through coconut they get 5 lakh and through lemon they get 4 lakh rupees. So these are the data which we have. Isn't it? Okay. Now moving on to the questions. The first question is, how many coconuts were reaped? So by making use of, by selling the coconuts, they have got a sum of 5 lakh rupees, and we know that a coconut has been sold for rupees 10. One coconut is 10 rupees, so 5 lakh rupees. So the number of coconuts will be 5 lakh 500,000 divided by 10 will give you 50,000. So 50,000 coconuts were reaped. Understood, children? Okay, 50,000 coconuts were reaped. And next question, what was the value of output per acre of lemon trees? Okay, what was the value of output per acre of lemon trees? So lemon trees, they have got 4 lakh rupees, and through how many acres? 5 acres. So divide by 5, you will get 80,000. So it is 0.8 lakh per acre. Understood? And next, what was the amount received by Kaku in 2033? So what they are doing? So here it is given. See, the revenue generated from coconut and lemon was in the ratio 5:4, and it was shared equally by Kaku and Chikku. So totally 9 lakh rupees they have got. So they are sharing equally, so it means half of 9 lakh will be 4.5 lakh. So 4.5 lakh rupees will be received by Kaku and 4.5 lakh will be received by Chikku. Okay. And the next question, what was the value of output per tree for coconut? What was the value of output per tree for coconut? So what is the meaning of it? So they have got 5 lakh rupees, they have got 5 lakh rupees by selling the coconut, and per tree means they have planted 800 trees, right? 800 coconut trees. So divide that by 800, you will get 625. So for every tree they will be getting 625 rupees. Okay, 625 rupees. Understood, children? And next, what was the ratio of yield per acre of land for coconut and lemons? Okay, a ratio of yield per acre of coconut and lemons in terms of the number of lemons and coconuts. Okay, you are asked to find the ratio in terms of the number of coconut and lemons. You know that the number of coconuts reaped was 50,000. But do you know the number of lemons? Definitely not. Okay, because we don't know the cost of one lemon. If we know the cost of one lemon, we can able to find out the total number of lemons reaped. But we know that only they have received 4 lakh rupees through selling, by selling the lemons, but we don't know the number of lemons, so it means the answer is cannot be determined. Okay, understood, children? Okay, so what you all do is just take the screenshot of this and do the same problem, and I'll erase these things and again I'll show you. Just take the screenshot and I'll ask them to share this PPTs also. So you just solve the problem in your home without looking at the solutions, so that you will get practice to this. But as I told you, they will not go for 5 questions and all. Okay, the story also sometimes it will be little bit smaller, but they will go for some 2 or 3 questions, not such a big question, especially in our examination. In our CSAT exam, they will not go for 5 questions. Okay, but this type of questions will appear in your exam. மகேஷ் இது வரலையா ஒழுங்கா?
ஒரு 5 செகண்ட்ஸ் கரெக்டாக இருக்குது.
ஓ,
ரெக்கார்டிங் அது கரெக்டாக இருக்குது.
Okay, Manasa, now is it okay now? So I think some network issue is here, so that's why I'm getting the buffering problem. But still, this recorded video will be posted in your platform. Later you can, if you have any doubt or else you can watch it. And again, you can, if you have any doubt, you just send me now also. I will solve the problem. I will clarify your doubts, children. Okay, so every one of you have understood, right? Is there any doubt in this, children? Shall we move further? Just one more problem will do. So all of you please solve this. Just read the question. This will also be little bit tricky while reading, but if you started representing the given data in a proper format, you will find it very easy, not much difficult. So representation matters here. Okay, so in this question, see, Ghosh Babu has recently acquired some companies, namely Ant, Bat, Cat and Dat. And when the, oh, okay, Tejashwini, one second. Okay, so all of you just try to read the question, children. So every one of you children, is it okay now? So shall we solve the problem? Manasav, Tejashwini, Abhishek, Shiv Prasant. So we'll solve the problem, children. Okay, mom. Okay, Tejashwini, thank you, mom. So again, they are trying. I think some this thing internet problem is there. There is a fluctuation in it, so that is why. So maximum it will be rectified in the next few minutes. So we'll solve the problem now, children. So it is given the names of the companies, namely Ant, Bat, Cat, and Dat. And next it is given the profit, revenue, and the sales, isn't it? So you know that the revenue is equal to expenses minus profit. Sorry, revenue is equal to expenses plus profit, isn't it? Or else profit is equal to revenue minus expenses. Okay, you can write it in any different way, because they have talked about the profit here and the expenses here and the revenue. I mean, revenue is nothing but the sales here. Okay, understood? So we'll take the sales and expenses and the profit. Okay, now we'll try to fill these boxes one by one, because this is how you have to solve this type of problem, students. So if you write the statements again and again in the rough work, you cannot find out the relations. It will be very difficult. It will become very complicated. So if you write it like this, you will find it very easy to solve the problems of this type. Okay, so that is why I wanted to do this in the classroom. Okay, so listen. So it is given, I mean, initially it is given Ghosh Babu has acquired 4 companies when the results of the companies for the year 2000 something were placed before him, he found a few interesting things about it. While the profits of cat and dat were the same. Okay, profits of cat and dat were the same. So to represent that, we will represent the profit of cat as P and the same as dat. So we know that it is same. The profits of cat and dat were the same. So I am taking it as P and P. Understood, children? Okay, profit as P. And the sales of cat were those of the bat. So I will take it as S and S. Sales of cat and bat were same. So I am taking it as S and S. Okay. And next, profits of ant were 10% of its sales. Okay. Profits of ant were 10% of its sales. So we don't know the sales. So let us consider the sales as A itself. Okay, here you should not take S. Okay, because already S has been taken for the sales of bat and cat. So that's why I am going with A. So now this will be 10% of A. So now the expenses will be the remaining 90% of A. Isn't it? Is it clear, children? The profits of ant were 10% of its sales, where the profits of bat were 20% of its sales. So profits of bat. Already you know the sales of S is sales of bat is S. So the profit will be 20% of S. So now this expenses will be 80% of S. Isn't it? Okay, understood, children. Next, while the total expenses of the cat were 5 times of its profits. Okay, the expenses of the cat were 5 times of its profit. So this is nothing but 5 times of P. And sales of dat were 3 times of its profit. So sales of dat is 3 times of profit, means it is 3 times of profit. Isn't it? Okay. And so this will be 5P plus P, because sales is equal to expenditure plus profit. So it is 6 times of profit. And here you have 3 times of P. So definitely this will be 2 times of P. Understood? Is it clear, children? Now all the boxes have been filled and we will move further in the conditions. So the total expenses of the cat were rupees 10 lakh. Okay. The total expenses of the cat were 10 lakh. So you know the expenses of the cat is 5P. So 5 times of P is equal to 10 lakh. So P is equal to 2 lakh rupees. Okay. So we have found the P value of P, it is 2 lakh. So this will be 10 lakh and this will be 12 lakh rupees. Isn't it? So this value will also be 2 lakh and this will be 4 lakh and this will be 6 lakh rupees. Am I right, children? And if this is 12 lakh and this will also be the same 12 lakh, and 20% of S is nothing but 20% of 12 lakh, 20% of 12 lakh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is nothing but 2,40,000. So this will be 2,40,000. So 80% of S will be 80% of 12 lakh. It will be 9,60,000. Students, so there is a issue here, the network problem is here, and because of the fluctuations, so you might be encountering many problems in watching the classes. As I told you earlier, they will be posting the recorded video, because we have only another 45 minutes of the session. So the full sessions video will be posted in the platform. So if you couldn't watch the live class today, you please watch it in the future, maybe from today or from tomorrow or day after tomorrow onwards. Okay, good. So now if the problem, if it is clear, if the video is clear for you, just watch the class. If not, no issues, no need to worry about it. So they will be posting you this thing, because already we have completed almost all the topics. We have only this Venn diagrams, and that too, that is a very simple topic. So that I will finish it right now. Okay, good children. So here 80% of 12 lakh, it is nothing but 9,60,000. Understood? Is it clear? And now we have filled almost all the columns in bat, cat and dat, and we have left with ant. So for that we are going for the last statement. So it is given the total expenses of the cat. The total expenses of the cat were 10 lakh rupees, and of ant were 10% less than those of bat. So total expenses of the cat were 10 lakh, and of ant were 10 lakh, were 10% less than those of bat. Okay, 10% less than those of bat. So it means from here it is going here. Okay, the expenses of ant is 10% less than bat. So it is 10% lesser. So if you are finding 10% of 9,60,000, so 9,60,000 minus 96,000, because 10% is 96,000, subtract it, you will get 8,64,000. Okay, you will get 8,64,000. So this is 8,64,000. So if 90% of A is 8,64,000, so 100% will be 9,60,000. Okay, so that you can find it like this. See, 90% of A is equal to 8,64,000. From this you can find A, it is 864,000 into 100 divided by 90. Okay, so you will get 9,60,000. Understood, children? Okay, so in this 9,60,000, if it is 8,64,000, so you will get 96,000. That will be the profit. Okay, so the total expenses of the cat were 10 lakh, and of ant were 10% less than that of bat. So 10% less than that of bat is the expenses of A. So 9,60,000 minus 96,000 will be 8,64,000. So once again I will check the answer. So it is 864,000 divided by 90. Yeah, into 100. Yeah, 9,60,000. Understood, students? Is it clear? So now we have got the values, all the values. So now we can move on to the questions. So now you can mark the answers. Which company had the lowest sales? Which company had the lowest sales? So the lowest sales is, it is here. Okay, it is dat. The lowest sales is dat. And which company had the highest profit? So the highest profit is here, it is 2,40,000, so it is bat. Okay, D, B. And which company had the highest total expenses? So the highest total expenses, which is C, isn't it? So it is cat. And which company had the lowest profit? So the lowest profit is A, so it is ant. Okay, so the answer is D, B, C, A. Is it clear, children? Okay, so now I will erase this. You can able to see the questions clearly. Okay, understood, children? Is it clear? So with this, the data interpretation gets over. So please take down this. So now we'll move on to the Venn diagrams. So Venn diagrams, very rarely they used to ask, and that too they'll not go for a very difficult lengthy problem. So at times they'll go for 2 variable problems, and sometimes they'll go for 3 variable problems also. But actually this Venn diagram comes under the mathematics part, but some of the examiners used to ask this in the aptitude part itself. So that is why even I wanted to discuss that, because even a single question is asked, that will be very much helpful for you all to crack this examination. So I'm not going to teach you like a mathematics. I mean, this Venn diagram, I told you, right, it is a part of the mathematics syllabus. So, but I'm not going to teach you like a mathematics, just a general technique. Okay, so if you follow my technique, you will understand it easily, of course, first of all, because I'm not going to make use of any formulas and all, and you can able to solve the problems also in the examination very easily. Okay, good. So now just give me a second. I will close this and I will open the other. Okay, students. So first, this is just a general problem, not exactly Venn diagram, but this type of problems also will appear in your examination. So that's why I have given this. So you just solve this problem. So it is given 165 people were surveyed to know the festivals they celebrate, and in the figure that rectangle represents the number of people who celebrate Diwali, the circle represents the number of people who celebrate Navratri, and the triangle represents the number of people who celebrate Holi. So here the rectangle represents the number of people who celebrate Diwali, so it is Diwali, and the circle represents Navratri. Just directly you can take the values, from the figure. So this is not exact Venn diagram problems. Okay, and the triangle represents the number of people who celebrate Holi, so it is Holi. So the question is, how many people celebrate Diwali and Holi but not Navratri? So Diwali and Holi should be there but not Navratri. So if you see, so here you have this 17. So it is the intersection of the triangle and the rectangle. Okay, so Diwali and Holi but not Navratri. So the answer is A, isn't it? Okay, yes Tejaswini, very good mom, good. And the next is, how many people do not celebrate at least one festival? Okay, so how many people do not celebrate at least one festival? So it is given that 165 people have been surveyed. So first of all, we will find out the number of people who celebrate at least one festival. So who are they? It is 21 plus 17 plus 22 plus 8 plus 26 plus 33 plus 27. Sorry children, so you just add it. So it is 21 plus 17 plus 22 plus 8 plus 26 plus 33 plus 27. So you are getting 154. So these 154 people will celebrate. This 154 people will celebrate at least one festival, isn't it? So now the question asked is, how many people do not celebrate at least one festival? So out of 165, 154 are celebrating. So the remaining 11 people will not celebrate any of the festivals. So the answer is C. Okay, good Tejaswini, very good mom. Understood children? Okay, good. So the next question will be a pure Venn diagram question. So as I told you earlier, we are not going to discuss this as a mathematics problem. Because mathematics problem means it will be confusing. So we will consider that as a kind of mensuration problem. So if you solve the problem in that way, you will not make any mistake. You will not make any mistake. So once again, I will give you the introduction about it. So let us consider that a student is there who has scored like 60% mark in mathematics and 50% mark in no, not like that. We will take it like this. So in a class of 100 students, 60 students passed in mathematics, and 50 students passed in English, and if 20 students passed in both, how many have failed in both the subjects? Okay, how many have failed in both the subjects? Understood? So if you are given a question like this, or else I will change this. Let us consider 30. So 30 students passed in both the subjects. The question is, how many failed? In any one of the subjects. Okay. So here, to find out that, we have the formula n of a plus n of b minus n of a intersection b, that is equal to n of a union b. So these things are not needed. Don't consider the formulae and all. Okay. So to represent this, just make use of the Venn diagram. So here represent, yes Tejaswini, excellent mom. The first circle represents the number of students passed in mathematics. Okay, max. So what you can do is just consider that the area of this circle is 60. Okay, the area of this circle is 60. And the next, some students, 50 students have passed in English, right? So I will go with the blue color. So here this is English. So the area of this blue color circle is 50. Okay, but there is some common area between these two circles, right? Okay, so in this 60, this common area will be added, and in this 50 also the same common area will be added, isn't it? Now we should try to find out the only values. I used to call it as only values. Only value means the area of this portion. See, the area of this portion as well as this portion, that is called as the only values. So that is nothing but the number of students who passed in mathematics only. But in this 60, these 30 students who have passed in both English and Maths is also counted, isn't it? As well as in this 50, the 30 students who passed in both English and Maths is counted. So what you have to do is, in order to get this area, I mean the green color area, you have to subtract that 30 from this 60, you will get 30. Okay. Similarly, on the other side, subtract that 30, so 50 minus 30 will give you 20. So this is called as the only value. So I mean, there are 30 students who passed in only mathematics and 20 students who passed in only English, and these 30 students passed in both English and mathematics. So totally how many students have cleared the exam in at least one subject? So 30 in Maths and 20 in English and 30 in both the subjects. So if you add, you will be getting 80 students. So 80 students have passed in at least one of the subjects, isn't it? 80 students have passed in at least one of the subjects. So now the question asked is, how many failed in both the subjects? So out of 100, 80 students have passed, so the remaining 20 students will be the one who failed in the subjects. Understood? So likewise, you should try to find the only value. These values I used to call it as the only values. The number of students passed in only mathematics, number of students passed in only English. Understood, children? Okay, so this is how you have to solve the two variable problem. Okay, so maximum they will go with the two variable, but again I told you, right, the examination, I mean the difficulty level of the examination is getting increased every year. So sometimes they may go for the three variable problem also. Okay, so I will solve one or two three variable problems in the class today. Okay, and one more thing is, you just be very serious in the CSAT preparation, children, because already I have told you UPSC plays psychologically with the students. So like the students used to think that getting 27 marks out of 80, 27 questions correct out of 80 will not be a difficult task. Yes, of course it is not difficult, provided you are very strong in aptitude, isn't it? But it is not so for all the students, right? Because I know that the students, the examination will be written by the students from different backgrounds. Okay, so art students will be there, science students will be there, engineers, doctors. So maximum for the doctors as well as for the arts students, the literature student, they will find very difficult in solving the problems, but no other way. So what you have to do is practice more problems. So first of all, try to complete all the problems whatever we have discussed in our class. Okay, you just try to do it once or twice, and then after you can take the new problems and solve it, check whether you are getting the answers, and whenever you have doubt, you please send me, definitely I will solve it and send it back to you all. Okay, good children. So now we will move on to the next problem in this. Yeah, so please solve this problem. So it is given, in the Indian athletics squad sent to the Olympics, 21 athletes were in the triathlon team, 26 were in the pentathlon team, and 29 were in the marathon team. So they have talked about three games, three different teams. Okay, so here in the Indian athlete squad, 21 were in the triathlon team, and 26 were in the pentathlon team. Next 29 were in the marathon team. Okay. So 21 in triathlon, so I will write 21 here, 26 in pentathlon, so 26 here, and 29 in marathon, so 29 here. Okay. And next it is given 14 athletes take part in triathlon and pentathlon. So you know that this is the area where the triathlon and pentathlon meets, so it is 14. Okay. And 12 can take part in marathon and triathlon. So 12 in marathon and triathlon, so it is 12 here. And 15 can take part in pentathlon and marathon. So pentathlon and marathon, it is 15. And 8 can take part in all. So this is 8. Okay. So what you have to do after this? As I told you earlier, you should try to find out the only values. Only values are nothing but the areas of this segment. See, the kind of areas, not exactly, okay, just for understanding I am saying it as area. So how will you find it? In this 20, what are the values has been included? This 14 is included, this 8 is included, this 12 is also included, isn't it? Okay, in this 21, this 14, 8 and 21 is included. So first of all, in this 14 again, this 8 is included, so you have to subtract that. So what is 14 minus 8? You will get only 6, just put a round. And in this 12 also 8 is included, so subtract that. So it is 8, you will get 4. Now subtract. So in this 21, the included values are 6, 8 and 4. So now subtract it 18. So 21 minus 18, you will get 3. Just put a round. Okay, so if you are marking a round, it means that is the only value. So it means there are only 3 students or 3 players in the triathlon team only. In the triathlon team only. Understood? And here we have 6, right? So it means there are 6 players in pentathlon and triathlon team only. Okay, and here we have 4, so it means they are in only 4 players are in triathlon and marathon team only. Understood? Similarly, do it for this. So here it is 26 minus, here you write it 15 minus 8, you will get 7. So 26 minus 6 plus 8 plus 7. Okay, 6 plus 8 plus 7. So it is 15, 21. So you will get only 5. And similarly here 29 minus, you have 7 plus 8 plus 4. So it is 10. So we have found all the only values. Now we can move on to the questions. So how many players are there in all? So you have to count one by one. So here there are 3 players in the triathlon team, 6 players in triathlon and pentathlon, plus 5 players in pentathlon, plus 7 players in pentathlon and marathon, plus 8 players in all the 3, plus 4 players in triathlon and marathon, plus 10 players in marathon. Okay, so just add it. So 3 plus 6 is 9, 9, 14, 21, 29, 39, 43. So add it, you will get 43. So totally 43 players are there in all. Overall 43 players are there. Understood, children? And next, how many were in the marathon team only? How many are there in the marathon team only? It is only 10. Yes, ma'am. Very good. Okay, children. So we'll solve the next problem. Okay, so please solve this problem, children. So it is given in a survey among the students at all the IIMs. It was found that 48% preferred coffee, 54% liked tea, and 64% smoked. And 28% liked coffee, and 32% smoked, and 30% drank. No, 28% liked coffee and tea, 32% smoked and drank tea, and 30% smoked and drank coffee. Only 6% did none of this. If the total number of students is 2000, then find. Okay, so all of you please listen, children, we will solve it. So it's also a very simple question. The only difficulty is they have not given the intersection of A, B, C. I mean all the three values they have not given. I mean in the previous problem they are given, right. See, all the three can take part in, 8 can take part in all the three games. In this question it is given, but in the current question they have not given that. In the current question they have not given that. That is the only difference. So what if you have not given that, you can take that as x value and simplify it. Okay. So here okay. So first it is given coffee. So we'll take this as coffee and this as tea and this is smoked. Okay. And it is given 48% preferred coffee, 48, and 54% liked tea, so it is 54, and 64% smoked, so it is 64. Okay. And the next it is given 28% liked coffee and tea. So coffee and tea it is 28%, and 32% smoked and drank tea. So smoked and drank tea it is 32%, and 30% smoked and drank coffee. So this is 30. Only 6% did none of this. So we'll come back to that a little later. So first of all, as I told you, we'll try to find the only values. So let us consider this as x. Okay, the number of persons who have all the three habits as x. So now you can write this as 28 minus x, this will be 30 minus x, this is 32 minus x. Now the persons who drank only coffee will be 48 minus 28 minus x plus x plus 30 minus x. Okay. Now this minus x and plus x get cancelled, so you will get 28 and 30. Okay. So 28 plus 30 will be 58, and minus into minus is plus, so you will get plus x and minus 58 minus 48, so I mean will be 10. So x minus 10 will be the number of persons who drank only coffee. Similarly here 54 minus 28 minus x plus x plus 32 minus x. So here also you can cancel this plus x and minus x. So you will get minus into minus is plus x, and 28 plus 32 will be 60. So you will get 54 minus 60, it will be minus 6. Okay, so x minus 6 was the number of persons who drank only tea. And similarly for 64 minus 32 minus x plus x plus 30 minus x. So here also you can cancel this minus x and plus x. So minus into minus is plus x, and here 32 plus 30 is 62. So 64 minus 62 is plus 2. So x plus 2 are the number of persons who have the habit of smoking only. Now we have got all the values, right? Now it is given that out of the 100%, 64% have none of the habits. So the remaining 94% will have the habit, right? Okay, so you can write this as 94, that is equal to, so it is, write one by one, it is x minus 10 plus 28 minus x plus x minus 6 plus x plus 32 minus x plus 30 minus x. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and finally it is x plus 2. Okay. Now you can cancel this plus x and minus x, plus x and minus x, and plus x and minus x. So finally you will have the value x, and this side it is 94. Now it is minus 10 and minus 6 minus 16 plus remaining 28 plus 32 60, 60 plus 30 is 90, 92. Okay, so now you will get minus 16, if it comes to this side you will get 110 minus 92 will be the value of x, so 18 will be the value of x. Okay, so we have found that the value of x is 18. Okay, now we can move on to the questions. So what is the question? The ratio of the number of students who like only coffee to the number who like only tea. So what is the number of students who like only coffee? It is x minus 10, isn't it? So I'll write it here, x minus 10 is to only tea is x minus 6. You know x value is 18, so 18 minus 10 is 8 is to 18 minus 6 is 12. So this can be written as 4 into 2 is to 4 into 3. 4 and 4 get cancelled, you will get the ratio 2 is to 3. So this will be the answer for this problem. Understood, children? Okay, 2 is to 3. Clear? And next, the percentage of those who like coffee or tea but not smoking among those who like at least one of them is. Understood, children? So it is the percentage of those who like coffee or tea but not smoking. So coffee or tea but not smoking is nothing but 28 minus x, coffee or tea but not smoking, isn't it? So it is So the percentage of those who like coffee or tea but not smoking. So it means you can take coffee alone, tea alone, and coffee and tea, isn't it? So you have to take these three values. So I don't have the space, I will write it here. No, I will take in another color. So listen children, so I will write it here. So only coffee is x minus 10 plus only tea is x minus 6 plus both is 28 minus x. Okay, now simplify. So this plus x and minus x get cancelled. You will be getting x plus 28 minus 16. So you will get 28 minus 16, you will get 12. So x plus 12, isn't it? So you know the value of x is 18. So 18 plus 12 will give you 30. So it means exactly 30 it should be there. But in the options here it is more than 30, less than 30, less than 25. So nothing. So your answer will be none of this.